Hi guys, we are going to make a pine resin salve today. It's a really sunny day here in Oregon. I just got back from swimming in the lake. Love a good cold plunge. So here is the resin, and it's a pretty hot day, so I'm not going to use my fingers to collect it, but I will find a tool to harvest it and a container where it won't stick to too much. What is so cool about this pine resin is it actually heals tree wound. We'll make our salve. I am going to use this tool here. It's actually a clay tool to harvest. And these droplets actually come off pretty easy. First, there's a lot of ways you can harvest the resin. Let's see if there's any more. It comes off really nicely with this pokey tool. So pretty. So I guess the resin also it can fossilize and turn into amber. So when you see amber with, you know, the bugs in it, that's like prehistoric. It's just resin of some kind. We might run into a few bugs here stuck in the resin, and they will be perfectly preserved if we do, but we won't use one of those to make our salve. Okay, and I am seeing the wound. So if you guys can see, right here is a pretty large indent, and it appears to me that the resin that's coming in this area is going to patch that up, and then there will be new bark, I believe, that's gonna grow back over it. Pretty powerful stuff if you think about it. So we're just collecting the resin that is to the left and right of the wound area. We're not gonna get any of the resin that's in there. I'm gonna let that resin do its thing. So I'll probably spend about 30 minutes collecting resin here, and then I'll show you guys how much I collected, and we will go inside and we'll make a salve. As I've been collecting the resin from this tree, I came across what appears to be a healed tree wound. You can see the leftover resin no longer active, but you can see the lighter color of wood in the middle, which to me looks like a tree wound that has been healed. Oh my gosh, I just want to show you guys how beautiful these are. I just chopped off about 5 of these. They look like resin icicles, and they come off so clean, and gosh, it smells so good. You can just, by the smell, feel the benefits as well. Alright, so this is how much resin I collected yesterday. Not very much, but enough to make one salve. Most of what I collected was really clear, so I might just even pick a little bit of wood out of there. Anyway, wood is organic. I don't really mind if there's a little bit of wood in my Salve, but I'll get it out of there. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and add our other ingredients. So I'm going to be using organic cold pressed coconut oil and organic cold pressed olive oil to make my pine resin Salve. There's a lot of different things you can use. Some of my other favorites to use are mango butter, jojoba oil. There's just so many out there, but these are the two I have right now that I'm going to use. I'm just using a simple cooking pan to make my Salve. There's the coconut oil. Here's the olive oil. I'm going to get this warmed up first and then I'll add the resin. So while our oils are warming up, I went ahead and used my pokey tool that I collected the resin to remove some wood chips, some bark chips from the resin. All right, now that my oils are warm, I am going to go ahead and use this spoon to put my resin into the mixture. And one more thing I wanted to tell you guys is that when your utensils that you're using get all sticky from the resin, the way that I clean it after I'm done is just grab a little bit of olive oil onto a paper towel and just rub it off, and it comes right off. Smells so good. So I'm going to put it in there. Even just making a small batch of this for your family, when, you know, a kid gets a scrape or something like that, this Salve is really excellent for that, as it to put on there, or you place a bandage on there, as it is an antibiotic Salve. Okay, that's all melted in there. I just love smelling, like, not putting my face too close, of course, but the warmth rises up with the smell. It smells so good. Just love making these. Okay, we'll get the last of it here. Now, a little bit of this stuff actually goes quite a long way. You can tell that, you know, when you're collecting it, how intense the smell is. So a little bit actually goes a long way. All right. I'm gonna get ready to put this in there. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. This is just how I've been making it myself, as I don't make really big batches. All right, so I've poured mine in the jar. Makes such a pretty golden color. I'm gonna put the lid on and shake it up a little bit. All right, I shook it up a little bit, and I actually used the same jar that I collected my resin in. I just didn't want to waste any, so because this is still hot, the resin that was left just melted into the mixture, and now I'm gonna stick it in the fridge. All right, so first I stuck this in the freezer, and then I stick it in the fridge for a little bit, and now let's go ahead and open it up. So I've just pulled one out of the fridge. It's nice and cold. You can actually store this Salve in the fridge. It keeps really nicely in there. And then I also have one that I've stored in a cool, dry place after freezing until it was hard, or refrigerating until it was hard. Let's open up and use some. Make sure to smell it. It smells so good. It's a really nice texture. And again, I like to save this Salve for cuts, placing over bruises or injuries. You can also just put some on a sunny day and get a little golden glow going. And if you keep it in the fridge, it's going to be a little stiffer, but still a really good texture to apply to your skin. And you can just smell the sap so nicely. So give this a try. If you have a pine tree in your yard that is producing resin, give this a try for you and your family, and you will be very happy you did. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.